And I just put him at defensive tackle. Oh my god, I just put him at defensive tackle.
Alright, here we are back with a Week 14 predictions video. We are joined by the Titans user Twan.
Yo,
Alright,
what it is?
we're gonna do our normal thing predictions, standings predictions, go over the weekly and yearly awards real quick. It should be a good video. He just played his game. I know it was a really good game. If you didn't get a chance to watch it, we'll go over that for sure. Alright, let's go look at the players of the week here. Alright, we'll start with the NFC. Looks like the Rams swept it here. 5 catches, 199 yards, and 3 scores for Brandon Cooks. And on defense, Dylan Moses had 8 tackles, 2 picks, and a forced fumble. He's a really good inside linebacker. I actually drafted him in another league I have, and he's really good. What about the AFC side?
Next up, we got Kareem Hunt with the Browns. Hey, Browns a pretty good user. I played against him a few times,
Yeah, he
especially in
beat.
the AFC ship.
Yeah, I was gonna say he
AFC
beat you in the
ship,
playoffs
man.
once, didn't he?
Yeah, he smoked me. Yup. I couldn't do anything with that freaking RPO shit, man.
Yeah,
It
it's
makes me
rough.
mad. But he had got Kareem Hunt going too. But then I got my revenge early in the season though. But you got Kareem Hunt with 20 carries, 218 yards, golly. And then you got Miles Garrett with 6 tackles, 5 sacks.
5 sacks. Good God.
Jeez, but he didn't mind double teaming.
Yeah, should have done something after the second one or third one, man. All right, let's go over the schedule here. We're gonna down all the games. We'll leave the other game of the week for last. Let's look at the game that was just played first off. Tennessee Titans and the Pittsburgh Steelers, 24-14 for the Titans. He really had a good explosion there in the second half. I saw offensively for you. I don't know why you didn't keep running the ball, man. Every
I don't.
every down, I kept saying it.
Man, I don't know why I stopped running the ball, but I got some pretty good success early on running the ball with Josh Jacobs and Penny. But I just try to get Tua going, man. I really want him with this X factor,
Yeah,
towards the end of
I
the
heard your frustration there early in the third quarter whenever he was making a few overthrows.
yeah,
Um,
it's
but
like it like lagged a little bit though, and
yeah,
normally I couldn't make the right reads at first. I was just chunking it up there, but he got settled down, and
hmm
we got some stops on the defensive side though.
yeah, 260
But
yards and 2 scores. It's not a bad game. Only one turnover. It was the only turnover of the
yeah,
game, actually.
and I threw it right to his
Yeah,
user like a
it was right.
dumbass.
It was double covered. It was.
Yeah, right.
um,
And then I couldn't get any. Oh my god, I couldn't block for shit. Like his freaking lineman, whoever that player is, whatever his name is, I'm about to find him right now. It's
you know,
Nolan
equally.
Smith. Oh my
Yeah,
god, that was him.
yeah. He was the fourth overall pick the second year in the league. He's a really
For
good
real.
player. Yeah. Um,
I couldn't.
equally though, I saw that he was getting to you, but late in the game, you had a couple real good sacks there at the end.
Yeah. Oh
Um,
yeah.
from Simmons, I know had one. I think N'Kobe Dean had one there at the end. It was really good.
Yeah. And then Harold Landry got one, a key one on second down to make it third and long.
Yeah, I saw it right, pushed him back to the 50.
Yeah.
Looks like
Yeah.
rushing the ball here. Penny had a decent day. Ran for 71 yards on only 9 carries. Jacobs 46 on 5 carries. That's not bad. Combined, that's 117 yards on 14 carries. So it's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh
He
yeah.
only ran for 30 total yards, but did get a rushing touchdown from Jalen Samuels. Receiving the ball, Corey Davis and John Ross are monsters. I propose that we ban John Ross from the league for mossing that poor defensive back there at the end of the game. It was just disrespectful. it just
Man,
it was
see, I
bad.
thought, see the coverage. I thought it was cover three.
hmm
That's what I thought it was. And I seen this guy, continue to stay with him. I mean, it was one on one. So I was like, for the hell of it, just throw it up, let him make a play.
Yeah, Davis had a long touchdown as well there in the second half. On
Yeah,
some sort of, it looked, was it a wheel route or something like that? Um,
it was a
it
wheel
was a wheel
route.
route.
Played. I think he was in cover two, I
Yeah, he
believe.
was in cover two. The safety couldn't get over there fast enough, and
Yeah,
then he made the. I
yeah,
guess he tried to hit stick or just wasn't fast enough, but he couldn't get there.
yeah.
Uh, Nonetheless, a great game. They had 226 yards combined, and
Oh yeah,
Tua only threw for 34 yards that wasn't to them. So,
Right,
really
right.
two-handed duo there.
But but credit to him, the Steelers though, man. He played
Oh
really
yeah,
good.
great
I ain't
game.
gonna I
You know,
ain't gonna I ain't gonna knock him though, man. He played really good, man. His
he's been
defense
yeah, he's been
is
very close to making the playoffs a few times. He's never won the division, but he's definitely leading the way this year,
yeah.
and he's looking to make that first push. Defensively, Nakobe Dean was a monster here with nine
Oh yeah.
tackles. He had a sack, a tackle for loss as well. Led all players. Nolan Smith had three sacks for the Steelers there, so he
That
was
dude,
wreaking
somebody got to
havoc
find out
in your backfield.
what the fuck his speed is, man. He was getting off that edge so fast.
Great game for Jeffrey Simmons out of Mississippi State. He's got six tackles, two tackles for loss, a sack, so a good game there. The lone
Yes,
turnover
sir.
of the game was forced by Terrell Edmonds in the fourth quarter. Got a pick for the Steelers.
Got man.
It's a good game all the way around. All right, so let's go over these other games. A few of them are already in motion here. I think there's three games being played right now, so it'd be interesting to make predictions, see how they finish out. First, we get the Bucks at the Saints. Saints are 7-4. The Bucks are 12-0, I believe. Um, Saints user after starting the year 1-3's had a real good finish to the season so far. I believe he's in the second wild card spot at the moment. So these
Yeah.
next few weeks are gonna be really key for him. What do you think about this game?
Man, I think I'm gonna pick the Bucks to win. I just played the Saints last week, and
You played both of them
God,
actually recently. What was the
yeah,
score of that Bucks
back to
game?
back.
42-10, something like
Man,
that.
look, see, this is what happened was, see, like we played three times, and both of the times it was close, and then like it like lagged out, like the connection like
hmm
cut out, and then in the third it was close again. It was like a one score, and then boom, touchdown, and then stop, then touchdown, then
Oh yeah,
touchdown. I'm
yeah.
like, oh
I'm
my
sure it was close
god.
the first two games. We'll take your word on that.
Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh trust me, I streamed the
Yeah,
shit now. But yeah, he got me,
speed.
man. He got
He,
me pretty good though.
I
But
thought
then the
whenever he
Saints,
traded Ross to you that he was going to take a drop off offensively, but man, he's just so fast
it's
everywhere.
man, it's speed everywhere. Like my DBs could not keep up, like at all. Like I was playing like the right coverage, but it was like he's throwing it over the top, and he was like catching.
He's
I was
hard.
like, oh
He's
my
hard to
god,
play.
man. Yeah, but the Saints played the Saints last week. It's pretty tough, man. That man-to-man defense. It's all he pretty did was run. It was pretty man-to-man, and he runs the ball a lot. I believe if he can run the ball a little bit, he can keep the game close. But he got to mix up his coverages against the Bucks because the Bucks wide receiver too fast, and Lattimore and everybody else to get burnt.
Yeah, I think this game can be close for a half. I'm really looking for the Bucks probably winning by 14-21 here. I'll take Buccaneers to stay undefeated. Got the Texans
Yeah.
at the Bengals. Texans are 5-7. The Bengals are 1-11. He just got absolutely crushed by the Browns last week, 59-10. So I know he's looking for a little bit of redemption here. I'm going to take the Texans here. Just too many weapons on offense. What about you?
I'm gonna take the Texans too. I'm gonna take the Texans by 10.
I think it's a
By
good
10.
prediction.
I
Bengals
think
user,
that's by
despite the record, he's not a bad user. He's been having last week was a bad week for him for sure, but he has a lot of close losses this year.
10. Yeah.
Patriots and Dolphins. This Dolphins are still a CPU. We're still looking for a user for him. I've posted and all kinds of things. That division is just ridiculous. They keep running it off everybody out of there. Um, Pats are either going to win against the CPU or winning for the force wins. That one's too easy there. We have
Right.
the Lions at the Falcons. Lions has pretty much put this one in tank mode. He's usually a playoff team, but at
Yeah.
the moment he is 2-10, and the Falcons fighting for a wild card spot at 6-5-1. Uh, what do you think about this game?
I think I strongly believe if the Lions is in playoff mode, this would be a really good game
I do
because
too.
both of them are pretty good users. But since the Lions is tanking, I think Falcons is gonna win.
Yeah, I
I
think if
think he's
this
gonna
game is
win. I think he's gonna win by at least 13 points.
Yeah, I think if this game gets played, it's going to be a great game. I have no idea who I'd pick.
Yeah,
Lions have been
it's
real
just
turnover prone this year when he plays his games.
yeah,
Atlanta playing better defense than usual. Always, a solid all around team though. I'll take the Falcons in this one, whether it gets played or not, in a close game. Got the
Right.
Raiders at the Colts. The Raiders are 6-6. The Colts are also 6-6. So two teams fighting for a wild card spot desperately. A loss here is really going to hurt anybody's chances to make the playoffs. So this is a huge game for both of them.
Real huge. I know I played against the coach. I mean, he's in my division. Uh, he likes to get the ground game going though. If he can get Derrick Henry going, I believe the coach can win. Coach got a good defense too, but he also has to stop the Raiders' running game. If he can slow that running game down, I'm taking the Colts. But in my prediction, I'm taking the Colts.
I picked the Raiders last week against the Bills. Same scenario, two teams fighting for a wild card spot, and the Bills crushed them 55-10. The Raiders seem to be real one-dimensional on offense. They have a really good running back, Bernard Donnelly. I think the Colts are a little more balanced. I'll put it like that way. His defense probably a little better. Uh,
Yeah,
and a home game. I think I'm going to take Indianapolis here, but it would not surprise me at all if the Raiders won.
it wouldn't either. It
All right,
wouldn't either.
this one a game between two teams, two AFC North teams. The Ravens are 5-7 after starting off the year 4-1. He's had a real rough year. The Browns are 4-8. He's ripped off 2 wins in a row. He's trying to make a late push. If he does win this game, he will only be 2 games back on the Steelers for the division lead. What do you think about this game?
Ooh. I think the Browns can come back. I strongly believe it. He's too good of a user.
Last year he did it. He was down 3
Yeah,
games with 6 games left and came back and won the division.
yeah. I think this last game, he played last, really, helped him out a lot. I think he's gonna win this game actually. I
Yeah,
think,
I think he's going to win here as well.
I'm picking a win by at least by 2 touchdowns. I'm gonna pick
Yeah,
the Browns to win by 2 touchdowns.
the Ravens just haven't played very well lately. He had a close game with the Rams a few weeks ago, but other than that, he just can't seem to get victories. I'm going to take the Browns here. I think, especially because the Ravens has a hard time stopping Kareem Hunt, that Hunt's going to have a
Yeah,
field day. We
right.
got the Giants at the Eagles. Both teams are 5-7, 2 games back on the division lead. The loser of this game is probably eliminated from the playoffs and eliminated from a chance to win the division. So a really big game for both these teams. What do you think about this game?
It's gonna be a good game too. I mean, I played against both of them. Uh, I lost to the Giants and I beat the Eagles. But since the Giants don't have his quarterback, I think he's gonna struggle. But I'm gonna go with the Eagles in this close one. In a close one.
Yeah, last week the Eagles lost to the Seahawks after having a 20-7 lead, while the Giants lost by 10 points to the Rams. So I think Peso's got a little bit of momentum going here. Should be a real good game, close game, but I'm gonna take I'm gonna take the Giants here in a close one. All right, we got the
Mm.
Vikings and Packers. Vikings user, of course, is still out of town with some family issues and things going on. He's probably going to miss the rest of the regular season. Although I talked to him, that he may possibly be back by the time mid playoffs or the off season. So this
Hmm.
will be a Packers win either way against the CPU or against or with a forced win. The
Okay.
Panthers and Jaguars. The Panthers are 0-11, I believe, or 0-12.
I
No, they're
think they
one
got
and
to
11.
win.
Yeah, they won the fair
Yeah,
sim last week, so they're 1-11. The Jaguars are 5-6-1. Also, I mean, fighting for a wild card spot. I think Jags user is a better user. He's definitely not as one-dimensional as the Panthers are, and also better defensively. I think he held a certain team to 0 points early in the season,
Hey,
14-0
forget you,
victory.
man.
Yeah. So I'm gonna stick with the Jags here. What do you think about this game?
Man, Jack's disappointed me, man. God, he's disappointed me, man. Like he's really good, man.
Yeah, he is a
But
good
he
user.
plays down to his competition.
Hmm.
Like he could be easy playoff contention, easy up there with me. Even know what I'm saying, even up there, even to win the division.
Hmm.
But he plays to the level of competition, and it irritates me, man. But I'm gonna go with the Jags, man. I think he's gonna run the ball, pretty effective.
I've
And
only played him one time. It was in year 2, and he beat me. So I'm definitely looking forward to next season, try to get some revenge on him. But you're right on target with playing down to competition. When he plays teams like the Titans or the Bears and stuff like that, he plays well. But when he plays teams
yes,
that are less than him, he tends to throw the ball too much, I think,
yeah,
and usually turnovers, and it hurts him.
yeah.
We got the Chiefs and the Chargers. The Chargers just beat the hell out of me last week, 30-7. It wasn't that bad. It got bad in the fourth quarter, but I could not move the ball. I I'm not a great passing team, but I could not move the football against him. I didn't realize how good that Chargers defense is. We know about all the weapons he has on offense as well. Um, the Chiefs user, he did get a win last week. He's 5-7. Uh, he's 3 games back on the Chargers for the division, so this is a must-win if he's going to make any chance of getting that. And definitely, he probably has to win out for a chance at a wild card as well.
Yeah, it's gonna be tough for the Chiefs though, man. I never played against them though, but Chargers, I played against him when he was at the Cardinals, and he beat me.
Yeah, he's a
That was
good
my
user.
this
He's a
this
good
was my
user.
tank. That was my tank season, and he
Oh,
beat
okay.
me. But but he's a really good user, man. I think he'll win this division fairly easily, and he's gonna win. I think he's gonna win this game big.
Yeah, I'm picking him to win this game big. He's 1 game back on getting a bye from you, actually. If you were to
All right.
fall and then he got the tiebreaker from getting a bye in the first week. So he's going to be playing every game real tough. I'm going to
Oh
take him
yeah.
here big. Got the Redskins at the. Oh, no, take the back. This is one of the games of the week. We'll get back to this one at the end. We have the Bears at the Broncos. I fell last week. I know the Broncos did not get to play last week. Bunny, he's got a decent run game. He's pass game is coming along. Defensively, he still tends to struggle. But what do you think about this one?
Man, Bunny's gonna keep it close, like the first quarter, and then he's gonna get out of character, and he's gonna get blown out. But I'm gonna take the Bears in this by 23 points. I'm
I
gonna take
think
them big.
I tend to start slow, especially on offense. So I think I'm
Yep.
with you. The first quarter, this is gonna be a real close game. Uh, I tend to struggle against the outside runs as well, which is what the Broncos do pretty well. So I think it'll be close in the first half, but like you, I think that the turnovers are probably going to end up costing him here in this game. Defense is really good, and they're going to force some. So
Right.
I'll take myself in this one. Did badly needed victory. We were like 9-0, and now we're like 10-2. So we've been on the struggle bus the past few weeks. I still got the
Oh
Bucks
yeah.
later in my schedule too. Um,
Ooh,
so we got
good luck.
Seahawks. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. Seahawks at Rams. Rams are 10-2, just overtook the Bears for the number 2 seed. Seahawks are 5-7. He made a point to. He made a note to point out to me earlier. Of his 7 losses, 4 of them are forced losses or fair sims. So he's really not playing that bad. What his record says. Plays amazing offense. Russell Wilson's always in the MVP talks, but his
Golly, he
defense.
does.
His defense is just. I think 26 last week is the lowest he's held someone in a while. Um,
God.
so, both of them are going to put up points in this game. What do you think about this game?
It's gonna be a high scoring game. It's gonna be a high scoring game, man. Because I played against the Seahawks because he was in my division, and then I played him against him in another league too.
Hmm.
And he had the Chiefs in that division.
Yep.
So man, his offense is high powered, man. But I played against the Rams, and he beat me. But I gotta go with the Rams on this one. I gotta go with the Rams on this one, man. It's gonna be like 48 to like 34.
Yeah, I'm going high scoring as well. If the Rams can stick to running the ball, especially, he's going to blow him out. CJ tends to struggle with
Yeah.
stopping the run. And for Seattle, you have to. I know that Russell Wilson, the pass game, is so good, but you got to mix it up time for time. You can't. If you pass every play, eventually people are just going to sit and dime all game, and you're going to struggle. I'm going to
Right.
take the Rams here, although I think it'll be close, probably through 2 or even 3 quarters. But I'll take the Rams by 14 points.
Mm.
Next, we got the Jets at the Cowboys. Jets are 12-0. Cowboys are 6-6. Desperately needing a win to stay in this wild card race. Only one
It
game
ain't gonna
back on the
be.
Redskins, but I think we're in unison here. It's not going to be this week.
It ain't
Um,
gonna be this week, buddy.
I'm taking the Jets here, probably big. The Cowboys makes a lot of turnovers. It's always haunting him, so I think this game's going to
Big. I'm
probably.
taking it just by about 40.
Yeah, I was going to say I'll take the Jets by probably 45 or 42 or something like that. And I'm really
I'm
rooting for
sorry.
Dwayne. This game's going on right now, but uh, He'd have to play a
Sorry,
perfect
sorry,
game,
sorry, Dwayne.
and the Jets would need to play a really, really bad game. Next, we got the Cardinals and the Niners. Cardinals are 8-4. Niners are 4-6. Although he's won 3 out of his last 4 games, so he's playing well lately. He plays really good defense. He struggled on offense, despite all his weapons, Baker Mayfield and Deebo Samuel and Le'Veon Bell and Cam Akers. But he tends to struggle on offense. He gets away from the run game too much and trying to pass and things like that. I think this game will be close, but I'll take the Cardinals by probably 14-ish, 10-ish, something like that. He tends to run the ball very well as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna agree with you with this one. I never played against the Cardinals, but I played against the Niners though in another league, and he's decent. You know, he just tends to get out of character sometimes. I mean, like we all do, but this game, I'm gonna take the Cardinals by 14.
All right, and the last game is the Redskins at the Bills. Both teams are 7-5. The Skins lead their division by 1 game over the Cowboys, while the Bills are holding on to the second wild card spot at the moment. He's also won 3 games in a row. He crushed the Raiders 55-10 last week, while the Redskins. Let me find what he did last week. He lost to the Cardinals 41-21. Really out of character game for him. He doesn't really get blown out too well. He had 7 turnovers, and I think he's usually one of the best teams in the league about not turning the ball over. So I'm not really sure what happened last week. What do you think about this game?
Man, I'm gonna be honest, man. Look, the Bills gonna win this because I don't think the Redskins have enough defense to stop this wide receiver McGraw. And that quarterback he got. Was it Spencer Ackerman?
Ackerman, yep.
Freaking 6'7". God.
Yeah. I think that it's going to be about the offense for the Bills here. I think that the Redskins are going to have a hard time stopping his offense, especially the passing game. I did want to just go over here and look at his cornerbacks though, because I don't think he has anybody. His cornerbacks this is bad. Nobody with higher than 91 speed. Only 1 cornerback over an 80 overall. He's gonna have a hard time stopping the pass game this week.
Yeah, it ain't gonna be pretty, man. It's not. I'm like I said, I'm gonna take the Bills. If the Bills lose this, oh my God.
Yeah, it's his own loss. I think the Bills should win this game. If the Redskins get back to his football, not turning the ball over, controlling the clock, things like that, he definitely has as much possibility to win. But I'm going to take the offense here with the Bills.
Yeah, I am too.
All right, let's go over to the yearly awards and run through these. The NFL MVP for like the 5th week in a row or now, whatever it is. Jeff Gladney for the Jets leads the way. He's just putting up stupid numbers. Safety.
Oh my God.
Deion Whitfield and Justin Fields combined for something like, I think Whitfield's got like 35 touchdowns receiving already on the year. He's really, really good. But I don't know if either one of them can catch Gladney. Go to the NFC Offensive Player of the Year. Whitfield leads the way, followed by Fields, and then Saquon Barkley, always having a good year. Defensive Player of the Year, Roquan Smith still leads over 2 Buccaneers, Tim Riggins and Nelson Roach. Offensive Rookie of the Year is going to be Whitfield. It's not even close. And Defensive Rookie of the Year is probably going to be Tim Riggins. Second place is A.J. Johnson for the Vikings, and he hasn't been playing, so I can't imagine that anybody is going to catch him there either. What about the AFC side?
Yeah, with AFC side, man, you got offensive player. You got Austin Eckler. Wow, that's a surprise. Then you got Jalen McGraw coming in, followed by Kareem Hunt, and then Tyree Jackson.
McGraw is my pick to win it for sure.
Yeah, I take McGraw too. Then you got Tua coming in at an 8th.
Yep.
8th spot. And the defensive player of the year, you got all Jets. You got Gladney, Winovich, Lewis, followed by Myles Garrett, and then Tennessee's own Kobe Dean.
Wow, 2 more Jets in that top 10 too. Jamal Adams and Kendrick. That's just stupid.
And then you got Offensive Rookie of the Year. You got Bernard Donnelly from the Raiders. Then you got Spencer Ackerman, DeMarcus Telfer, and then another Jet, Braden Galloway.
Yeah, I don't even know who Galloway is or what position he plays.
I don't either.
But
I don't.
so many weapons on that offense.
Yeah. And then Defensive Rookie of the Year, you got Jeff Gladney, followed by DeMarco Bogan from the Dolphins,
Yeah,
Larry Berry from the Texans, C.J. Davidson from the Bills.
yeah, that's my favorite. That's my favorite name in the league, by the way, Larry Berry. I don't know.
So you got the best QB coming in. You got Tavares Jackson. I mean, not Tavares Jackson, but Tyree Jackson, Spencer Ackerman, followed by Tua Tagovailoa, and then Joe Burrow. Then you got the best running back. It's leading the charge is Austin Eckler, Kareem Hunt, Jarian Ely, Donnelly, Tony Pollard, followed by Rashard Penny. The best wide receivers, you got Jalen McGraw, Henry Ruggs, Mecole Hardman, Jamar Chase, followed by John Ross. And then that's unless you want to go to linebackers.
Yeah, you can check the linebackers and DBs out.
Yeah, you got linebackers. You got Terrell Lewis, Mac Wilson, N'Kobe Dean, Darius Leonard, and Rashawn Evans.
2 Titans there in the top 5.
Yeah. Then you got the DBs. I'm sorry, it's all Jets. Gladney, Stephen Ward for the Patriots. Then it's AJ Terrell, Darian Kendrick, Jalen Myrick, Jamal Adams.
Wow, that's just...
And then you got 2 Titans in the top 10.
John Ross, yeah, he may not be in the top 10 after dropping that pick like that. I mean, hit him
John
right
Johnson.
in the hands.
John Johnson.
Yeah, John Johnson.
Man.
I'm sorry. Yeah, that hit him right in the hands. I could have caught that one. I mean,
that's what I'm saying. Had me upset, man.
all right. Quickly, let's go over the standings. We'll do a quick prediction. I like to get this from everybody, see who's right at the end of the year. For the AFC North, the Steelers lead the way at 7-6. Ravens 5-7. Browns 4-8. And Bengals 1-11. So if the Browns or Ravens are going to have any chance to catch the Steelers, they desperately need to win this week. Who do you think's going to win this division?
I believe the Browns will come back and win this. I strongly believe he's going to come back and win this.
The difficult
depends on his schedule. If he has winnable games, I believe he's going to come back and win this.
Yeah, it's going to be difficult for him because the Steelers are going to have the tiebreaker. I believe he beat him both times. So.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, so the Browns are going to have to win out, and the Steelers are going to have to lose out, which is possible. Ravens desperately need to win this week, of course. Bengals eliminated from playoff contention. The AFC South, this one's pretty much done. You got a 4-game lead. Colts, Jags, Texans, all with outside chances to make the playoffs. I'm really hoping for the Colts this year. You know, he hasn't had a year like this since year 1 where he's got a chance to make the playoffs. So rooting for him there. You think Titans will win this one?
Man, Titans gonna win this.
They better.
It's not even close. 2-game win streak, man. We got the hard schedule out the way.
I see a 5-0 home record there too, as well.
Oh yeah.
Titans get it done in Nashville. AFC East, probably one of the best divisions in the whole league. Jets are going to win the division. They've already locked it up, I believe. Not quite, but they're going to. Pats and Bills both in wild card spots at the moment, so both of them just need to keep winning, and they should be able to hold on to those positions.
What's impressive? What's impressive about the Jets is his points for and his points against.
Yeah, it's almost it's 5 times as high. It's just
my goodness.
Yeah, it's absolutely ridiculous. Looking at those points for and points against, defense side, you can tell the difference. The Bills would have 3 or 4 more wins this year if he wasn't giving up so many points. 479. AFC West, Chargers lead by 2 games over the Raiders. At one point, this was real close. Chargers were just barely beating the Raiders for the division lead. But now it's distance out a little bit. Chargers beat him both times, so he's probably going to win the division. Raiders user has a chance to make the playoffs. He's got a very easy schedule to finish the year. Um,
Yep, Chargers got this locked up.
yep.
It's not even close.
NFC North, Bears have already clinched the division at 10-2. This division is usually a very competitive division. Vikings user and Lions user are always right on the fridge of wild card. Vikes out, of course. Lions kind of taking a year off like you did that one year.
Yeah, yeah,
So Bears run away with this one.
yeah, and it's not close.
NFC South, Bucks also have already clinched the division at 13-0.
Man, look at the Bucks points against
Yeah, 100,
128.
128. I believe that's best in the league. It's better than mine by like 70. Let's see if it's better than the Jets. It is by like 50. So so much speed out there in Tampa Bay. Saints and Falcons is both fighting for wild card spots. Both of them need to keep winning if they're gonna have a chance to
Yeah,
win one of those. NFC East, by far the most competitive division this year. All the teams are within 2 games of each other. So,
yeah,
Eagles or Giants, one of them is probably going to take care of the other one this week um, and eliminate
yeah.
them. But
Depending on Dwayne's rest of the schedule, I think he might can come back and win. He
so
might.
yeah, he's going to be 6-7 probably. Well, we
Okay.
assume 6-7
Yeah.
after this
Ain't no
game.
assume he is.
Let me look here. I'm already to it. He finishes with the Bills, Rams, and Redskins. That is a
Nah.
rough last 3 games.
Yeah, you put him on the skillet and fry him. He did.
Maybe if he can beat the Bills or the Rams, and then he has to beat the Redskins the final week of the season, obviously. Um, so I'm not sure. He's probably fried in that one. Maybe he can slide in for a wild card spot, but
Yeah.
he's definitely gonna have to.
Red, yeah, Redskins he's gonna get this.
All right. The NFC West now. Rams are 10-2. They've already beat the Cardinals twice, so they probably won the division. He also has a very easy schedule to finish the year. Um, no offense to anybody on the schedule, of course. He does play CJ this week, probably his biggest competition left. Um, CJ, he probably has to win out to have a chance to win,
Yeah,
to get a wild card spot. Cardinals usually playing real good football. He's on a 3-game
yeah.
win streak right now, so he's probably going to get a wild card position. I have his first round pick, so I hope he loses every game the rest of the year. But
Nah, it's a wrap. It's a wrap though. But the Rams gonna win though. Rams
yeah,
gonna win this division. I don't see the Rams losing a game for the rest of the season.
yeah, neither do I. All right, that's gonna pretty much do it for the video. Great having you on, man. I can't believe we haven't had you on in 5 seasons till now. Um,
Right.
but definitely looking forward to doing this more often. And make sure you play your games, everyone. DM your opponents. I know that lately, the last few weeks, we've been kind of getting away with DMing our opponents instead of just doing it in the chat. Make sure you're messaging people directly, because some people turn off the main chat. Don't have time for 400 messages a day. Um, but that's going to be it for the video, and play your games.